Good evening. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. My name is Joy George, and today I am going to be the sergeant at arms for this online meeting of Bhavan's Toastmasters Club. I welcome you to all to the 227th online meeting. There are 3 ground rules which have to follow during this meeting. Please switch off the mobile phones or put it in a silent mode. Everyone should put their mic at mute level at all times during this meeting except the speaker. Do not talk about sex, religion, and politics. The mission of the Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience, are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. I would like to call and welcome our president, Toastmaster Condal Reddy, to this 227th online meeting with warm pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Joy George. And I welcome you all in Bhavan's Toastmasters Club 227 meeting. Good evening, everyone. And today we had planned for a special meeting for our panel discussion to conduct. So we all welcome to you on this stage. About Toastmasters. Toastmasters International is a non-profit organization and its headquarters in Colorado, USA. Around 364,000 members and 16,200 clubs across 46 countries. And we, as Bhavan's Toastmasters Club, for members guest information, we started in 2012, and we consequence 4 years in a presidential distribution club. And today we are on 227th meeting. Once again, I welcome you all to this meeting. So first, for moving forward, to introduce today's our new guests are joined in here today. We will one by one will introduce them. Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy George, can you introduce yourself for our members and guests?
Hi everyone, my name is Nancy George Major. I'm a member of 2 clubs, Elite Challengers and Co-Ed Challengers Toastmasters Club. Thank you for the invite, happy to be here.
Thank you, DTM Nancy George. We all pleasure to have here. Enjoy the rest of the meeting. And I will request to distinguished Toastmaster Balamorgan. Can you introduce yourself for our guests and members?
Good evening all. First of all, I am not a distinguished Toastmaster. I joined last year only. So first I became member in Time Talkers. Now, I am member in another 3 Tamil clubs. So totally I am member of 4 clubs. And I enjoy, because today's the panel discussion, glossophobia, is one of my favorite topic. Just I want to know, and I thank DTM Makesh for just sharing this information in our WhatsApp group. Because of that, I came to know. Thank you, DTM Makesh. Okay, back to you, President.
Thank you, Balamorgan, Toastmaster Balamorgan, being here and joining our meeting. Definitely, I will ensure that you will enjoy entire meeting. Now, I will call upon Toastmaster Mahesh Nair, all over from Bangalore, is joined our meeting today. Can you introduce yourself to our members and guests?
Mr. President, I'm Manoj Nair. I'm from the 3rd oldest club in India, L1194 Toastmasters Club. I'm a Toastmaster since 2000, but I have some break. I had some break in between. I have played all the roles in the club up to president, from sergeant at arms. Wonderful to be part of this. I see some of the elite Toastmasters whom I have come across. Very nice to be part of this meeting. Thank you so much. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manoj Nair, being here, and definitely we'll learn from you also. And next, I will invite for a champion speaker from all of Karachi is Noman Abid. Toastmaster Noman Abid, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. President, Toastmaster Kundal. This is Toastmaster Numan Abid, and I'm from District 122, Pakistan. I belong from Islamabad Toastmasters Club. I have been a president. I'm immediate past president now. I've served as vice president membership also. I'm here on the invitation of your vice president education, who is also a very good friend of mine and a very eloquent speaker. So looking forward to have a wonderful time here.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster.
Can we see you once at least? If you don't mind.
Yeah, yes, I'll turn on my video in a while.
मुंह दिखाई तो हो जाए यार.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Yeah, nice, Toastmaster Naman having here, and we'll welcome you once again. Now I'll move for Toastmaster Hena Ali. Toastmaster Hena Ali, can you introduce to yourself, to our club and members and guests?
Very much, Toastmaster Kundal. First off, am I audible to everybody?
Yes, you're audible.
Thank you. My name is Ali, and I belong to Karachi. Before I was here in Karachi, I was introduced to Toastmasters way back in 2007, at which point I joined Emirates Toastmasters Club. At that time, part of District 20. And I've had and at one point in time, VP Education and President. And it is an honor to be here at your club. I have been invited by your VP Education, who is also a member of our Karachi Toastmasters Club. And again, I agree with the Toastmaster Naman Abid, very eloquent speaker. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hena, having here. With this, we will move forward today. It's meeting 227th Bhavan Toastmaster Club. So today, our meeting is going to lead one of the strong lady who is background of sports, and she is the trainer of the fitness center and also a Triple Crown winner in last year. I'm going to introduce our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Suguna Ganeshan. Toastmaster Suguna Ganeshan, the stage is yours for proceedings.
Thank you so much, President, for your warm introduction. An energetic Toastmaster conference. I never lose. Either I win or I learn. Welcome everyone and warm good evening to all dignitaries, role players, evaluators, speakers, guests, and all Toastmasters and non-Toastmasters. This is Toastmaster Suguna, feeling honored and privileged to serve as the Toastmaster of the day for today's meeting. With your attitude, you can make every day better. Today is a good day to have a better day. Today we all gathered for a special meeting. Our members who delivered their longer projects and many guests have joined from globally to witness this great event. I'm sure we all will get great learning experience since too many DTMs joined us today. DTM. Toastmaster Latif, what comes to your mind when I say DTM?
If you ask me, Toastmaster of the Day, Suguna Ganeshan, for DTM, for me it is like PhD, because for those people who haven't qualified or something in their schools and all, this journey of Toastmasters, having a status of DTM is like having a PhD, because you have to deliver almost 30-35 speeches you learn across 2 pathways and you meet across thousands of people. So it's a very challenging work, but yes, for me, it is a PhD. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. The most expected answer is, of course, every one of us, all the Toastmasters dreaming about and aspire to become a DTM. Without further ado, let us begin the meeting now. To take a gate, we need role players. Timing is everything. Let's put our hands together to welcome our timer today, an effervescent Toastmaster, engineer by profession, Toastmaster Prashant. Toastmaster Prashant, please explain your role.
Good evening, everyone. Distinguished guests and Toastmasters. Today, as a timer, my role is to keep the time for all the speakers to ensure that they speak on the allotted time. I have 3 colors with me. When they reach the minimum, I will raise the green. And if they reach the targeted, and I will raise the yellow color. And if they reach the maximum time, I will raise this red color. We have 3 prepared speech sessions. For the first speech, the green minimum time is 5 minutes. And for the yellow, it is 6. And for the green, it is 7 minutes. And for the second speaker, I will raise the green color at 4th minute, and yellow at 5th minute, and the red at 6th. And for the last meeting, at 20th minute, I will raise the green, and yellow will be at 30th, and red will be at the 40th minute. Each speaker will get a grace period of 30 seconds, and I will submit my report when called upon. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prashant. When people talk, listen completely.
Toastmaster Prashant, you can change that to the colors with the different better maybe.
No, Mr. Control Roddy, when the speaker starts, the background color will be changed. This is just for my introduction purpose only. Okay.
Sure.
I'm not using this
one.
This is just intro.
Oh, sure. Correct. Over to TM.
Thank you for that. When people talk, listen completely. Most people never listen. Let's put our hands together to welcome our active listener, Hub Master of the Day, an energetic Toastmaster, HR by profession, Toastmaster Susan Abraham. Toastmaster Susan, please explain your role.
Still not in the room, you can forward.
I can explain the role if you want.
Yes.
Toastmaster of the Day.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Okay, so as a Heart Master, it is more test for the audience of their listening skills. What we will do is, at the time the speeches will run, we will note down some sentences, some phrases used by the speaker. And at the end of that session, when the evaluation process will come, we will give our report by saying those sentences, and everybody is welcome to say who the speaker was, but not the speaker. Only the speaker has to be quiet and others has to respond with who has been. So this is an active listening test for all of us. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you for that, Toastmaster Latif. Let us start the first segment, prepared speech session. Our first speaker, an enthusiastic personality, engineer by profession, our active president, Toastmaster Kundal Reddy. His speeches will be evaluated by another fabulous personality, all the way from Bangalore, a true friend of District 122 Toastmaster Club. Such a diverse, work experienced personality, humble person. It's none other than Toastmaster Manoj Nair. Let's put our hands together to welcome Toastmaster Manoj Nair on screen.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and our dear guests. The speaker is attempting the level 1, project 1 after the icebreaker. There's the first speech, which is evaluation and feedback. The purpose of this project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. And the second objective is present a speech and receive feedback from the evaluator. Time is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best to the speaker. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Over to you, Toastmaster Kundal Reddy. All the best.
Thank you. How many of you want to be a super agers? Is it in our hands to live hundreds of years? As researchers says, yes. Dear fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, warm good evening. Recently, I read in newspaper at the Dubai airport, a security officer was shocked when he see a passport of passenger who was 124 years. Although unbelievingly, he stamped the passport because the person standing in front of him with a big smile. Earlier, I read another article in the newspaper. Irana is 103 and Irama is 101 from Bellary, Karnataka. Own not only age, they own COVID-19 too and received congratulations. Those ask them to, what is your health secret? And they don't know. They know how to be happy as much as they are. So moving forward, so many years onwards, the researchers have thought the genes are main reason for the life expectancies. In that directions, some of special genes are they identified. But scientists were also doubt this is not a, there are some unexpected people living more than a decades. If the genes are not cause, and there are some people who are living longer ages, those are in their family, none of them has survived more than 100 years. Also, in some areas, whole villages are filled with the centurion elder people. It is known that the genes are not rolled as a major role as human being life expectancy. It's only in third place, the genes. But what are the two other things which is occupied in first and second? The first is a food, what you intake. The second, what you do, exercise. Therefore, the researchers says, if you take care of yourself and make some changes of your lifestyle, necessary lifestyle, you can increase your life expectancy. And many studies has been done on that, the lifestyle who's living in blue zones. Where are the blue zones? The blue zones are Sardinia in Italy, Okinawa in Japan, Loma Linda in USA, Nicoya in Costa Rica. Areas are called as blue zones. Most of the centurion elder people are living in the world are in these areas. Dear friends, what is a lifestyle in blue zones? A blue zones lifestyle should have worked in 3 dimensions. There should be healthy habits in a routine and should be body, you have to give necessary nutrients to the body and be mental happy. If that is the case, everyone can be a super agers, right? So what are the super agers and who? Those who living healthy for over 90 years are called superagers. As for American Association for Advancement of Science, and many universities are doing a lot of studies on them, how they concluded as how they are superagers. They concluded as below. Is one, a deep association with your loved ones increases life expectancies. Who exercise every day, they live quarter day of more than the others who doesn't do. If you decrease your food intake, your life expectancy will be increased. Reducing calories for 10 to 30% have been found increase the life expectancies. People of Okinawa consumes only 1800 to 1900 calories per day, and their BMI is 18 to 22. Whereas 2200 to 3300 calories are consuming rest of the countries. Addiction is known to be a cause of most premature deaths. Who consumes more vegetables and fish meat? Okinawa people are eat 300 grams per day of vegetables and 3 days a week as a fish meat. As some of 35 studies done in different parts of the country world has shown that the life expectancies increase those who doesn't have dissatisfaction in their minds. This has been increased. Those people will be 18% is longer than the others they will live. And sleep full of ice. A day-to-day nap of half an hour, it will be bonus to you. And sleep for 7 to 8 hours per day and night increases life expectancies of 38%. And good sleep never allows to you old age come into forefront. And 2 centuries ago, in 1800 years, average of life expectancy is only 32 years. By 1950, it has been increased 48 years. At present, is 73 years. Researchers, US researchers says that it's growing faster, and who born in 2000 children will live more than 100 years. Dear friends, it's enough to focus hitting a century, but focus healthy lifestyle. Then you will live more than your life expectation. Over to Tia Modi.
That was an amazing speech, blend of everything. Balanced diet, quality sleeping. Wow. Thank you for that. Our next speaker, an enthusiastic personality, teacher by profession, member of 3 clubs, mentor of 2 gavel clubs, current area director 30, president, Gujarat Toastmaster Club.
1 minute before
1 minute
the
feedback.
1 minute break.
It's a special meeting, no? Do we follow that?
Yes, wherever it is.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Fine. 1 minute silence. You can personally send your feedback to the speaker. Thank you.
TMOD, 1 minute is over.
Thank you, timer. Our next speaker, an enthusiastic personality, teacher by profession, member of 3 clubs, mentor of 2 Gavel clubs, current area director 30, president, Gura Toastmasters Club. It's none other than Toastmaster Vida Johnson. Her speech will be evaluated by another fantabulous personality, a national champion of public speaking, 2021, executive public speaking coach, trainer, keynote speaker, immediate past president of Islamabad Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Noman Abid. Let's put our hands together to welcome Toastmaster Noman Abid on screen. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster. Today, I'll be evaluating today's project, and she will be delivering her first project from level 1, which is Icebreaker. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce herself to all the members and to learn the basic structure of a prepared speech. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, TM Norman, for that. Over to you, TM Vida Johnson. All the best.
Before starting, the title of my speech is Less Luggage, More Comfort.
Less luggage, more comfort. Toastmaster Vida.
While you're going back.
Wait
and see.
Wait and see. When I was 8 years old, our father took us to the capital of Kerala state, Trivandrum, and there we visited the airport, the first airport in our state. We met many passengers, English tourists, passengers with less luggage and more luggage. There, I got fascinated about something which was written on the billboard there. It was less luggage, more comfort. Being a curious child, I asked my dad, what does it mean? He told me, baby, when we travel, it's better to keep less luggages. Otherwise, it will kill the beauty of traveling. In that spur of the moment, I took the transmuting decision. Ask me what? If I marry, that will be an Englishman. And I will follow the motto, less luggage, more comfort. Good evening, distinguished Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and honorable guests who joined from worldwide. Do you know me? Vida Johnson. For the past 3 years, wearing the title Toastmaster. Today, breaking the ice of my 4th path, dynamic leadership. I would like to have this icebreaker mainly in Bhavan of 2 reasons. First, this is the podium where I start my public speaking. Yes, Toastmasters journey. Second thing, today we have less audience. I will have more comfort. Now, when I am having this 4th path, don't think that I'm in a race or I'm going to beat somebody down. I say, hey, I'm in 4th path. No, I have joined Toastmasters to speak. No speech. What is Toastmasters? My parents were government employees in Kerala with 2 adorable daughters. My mom and my sister were mathematics wizards, whereas my daddy and me loved English. Whenever I got marks in maths, my mummy became furious. And my father used to chill her, telling, my daughter will become a superstar with her English. Looking back, I feel what a visionary my father was. I'm a teacher in the Kuwait ministry, teaching students from Middle East. not even a single student from India. Thanks to my dad, who gave me the confidence to face the world with a new vigor. Dear ones, my life has never been a bed of roses. There were roses, but more thorns. When my dad passed away, I was just 9 years, and my sister hardly 5 years. We were literally groping in darkness. Then our mother got back her vigor and reminded us, hereafter, less luggage, meaning practice minimalism. Dear Toastmasters, I wish to compare my mom to an eagle, which carries its babies to the heights and shred them to teach them flying, to teach them how to face problems and face everything with courage. I was forced to break my decision of marrying an Englishman just because of my motto. Ask me what? Less luggage, more comfort. Since I don't like to spend too much money for commuting, I married my neighbor. Less luggage, more comfort. We have just 2 kids. Less luggage. My son is in college and my daughter in grade 10. I joined Toastmasters not because of any phobia. Being a teacher, whether it is 2 a.m. or 2 p.m., I must be ready to speak, but not to the public. So I joined Toastmasters to learn, to hone my communication and leadership skills. Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Sunil Thomas, for bringing me to the Bhavan's Toastmasters, where the true leaders are made. My dear guests, look at that. What an adorable person. What an arena of distinguished people. They don't want the title. They are distinguished wherever they are. And also, I'm thanking my mentor, Toastmaster Shiba, who gave me ample opportunities in my Toastmasters journey. Today, being the mentor of 2 Gavels Club, member in 3 clubs, I have learned a lot. The feedbacks after every speech pruned my skills and helped me to blossom and bear better fruits. The motto, less luggage, more comfort, has taught me a lot. Life is a journey. Desires are our luggages. Do not carry so much. Sorrows or titles, all momentary. Be a leader and not a boss. Be a peacemaker rather than a problem maker. My dear Toastmasters, we are going through the pandemic. Stop lamenting and stop complaining. Look at me. I'm wearing just a blazer and I'm just sitting inside my home. Less luggage, more comfort. What about you? If I may ask you to stand up. I know, less luggage. Enjoy the comfort, dear ones. My dear Toastmasters, when I am with you, the self-motivated people, the leaders, see who is there to evaluate me today? The champion speaker. I'm so glad. This is giving me, you are giving me the wish to dream more and to help others to achieve their dreams. My dear Toastmasters, this might be my swan song. Yes, I mean it. My last speech from the state of Kuwait. I am going for good. but less luggage. What I am carrying with you, your love, your comfort, and whatever the good spirits, the good things you gave me. Nobody can take it away because I kept them here and not here. Before I wind up, let me borrow the words of my favorite activist and poet, Maya Angelou. People may forget what you said. People may forget what you did, but the feeling that you give them will live forever. Thank you so much for giving me the best feelings. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Wow, wow. My journey to Toastmaster, full of gratitudes. Less luggage, more comfort. Awesome. Thank you for all the messages. Toastmaster Beeta. 1 minute silence for the members to give their feedback.
One minute is over. Dear Modi.
Thank you, Tarima. Our next and final speaker, eminent personality, teacher by profession, principal, Smart Indian School, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Kuwait. Distinguished Toastmaster, Toastmaster Magesh Iyer. His speech will be evaluated by another eminent personality, an accountant by profession, member of Karachi Toastmaster Club. It's none other than Toastmaster Hina Ali. Let's put our hands together to welcome Toastmaster Hina Ali on screen. Toastmaster Hina, please explain his speech objectives. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shamina. Today, Toastmaster DTM Mahesh Iyer is delivering his project, Moderate a Panel Discussion. The title of his speech today is Mic Testing 1, 2, 3. The purpose of this project is for the member to apply his or her skills as a public speaker and leader to facilitate the panel discussion. Please note, during the completion of this project, the member has to spend time planning the panel discussion on the topic and organize this discussion, inviting at least 3 panelists. I wish you the very, very best, DTM Mahesh. Timer, please note, the speech time is 20 to 40 minutes. Over to you, DTM Mahesh.
Hello, am I audible? Hello?
Yes,
yes.
Hello? Hello, am I audible? Oh,
Yes.
I couldn't see anybody. Hello? Oh my goodness. There is an internet glitches, I think. What am I going to do? Am I audible? Good evening, Toastmasters. Some of them, they raise their eyebrows and told that, what nonsense. Such an experienced Toastmaster asking this simple question to us. How many of us have gone through these stages? And how many of you like to have expressions? Can we have the expressions? If you are very happy, what will be your expression? Let us all have the expression. Screensaver, please take the shot. If you're very happy, ooh, expression, see how happy it is. If you are very sad, if you're very much tensed up, and if you lose your favorite ones, what will be your emoji? If you couldn't find out a solution for your problems, what would be your expression? If anybody criticizes you, that also in a wrong way, what will be your expression? If many of the people say that you are good for nothing, man, you cannot do it, what would be your expression? Dear Toastmasters, today in this panel discussion, we are going to see some more expressions. I think I am audible now and I am visible too. And this, hello, mic testing 1, 2, 3. Hello, mic testing 1, 2, 3. If I give the mic to you, how many of you will speak impromptu? Kudos to Toastmasters. How many of you have this feeling when we offer a mic to you to speak? We have already seen that in our impromptu speeches. Ladies and gentlemen, how about these expressions? We had it once, at least twice, or even today also to some of the events, some of the junctures, we have felt this and we are going to feel this. And we are going to see some solutions today, because mic testing 1, 2, 3 is going to give you to know about yourself, self-awareness, and mic testing 1, 2, 3 will give you the answer for why you. For having this discussion, we have got MN personalities here. As a rule of panel discussion, we are not supposed to introduce anybody, but we all know all these personalities. They only in one sentence I could say that they are successful leaders because of Toastmasters and their experiences. Ladies and gentlemen, with a huge round of applause, let us all welcome these 4 panelists today. They are experts in public speaking. They are experts in opening up themselves to anybody, because they know that if you hide anything from others, you will be the loser. Without further ado, let us all have all the panelists highlighted so that we can start the discussion by saying that mic testing 1, 2, 3. Hello, am I audible? Ladies and gentlemen, let us have the first and foremost panelist. Here, everybody is first. Can we just focus all the 4 panelists along with the moderator, if you don't mind? They're going to speak out from their heart. Let us pull their legs together, at least in the beginning. Let me see who will come first, whom we should ask first. I would definitely ask the lady, because always ladies says, ladies first. With the huge round of applause, the lady with a smiling face, always hiding so many sorrows in her life. Let us listen from her. Madam Nancy George, what was your first experience of fear of public speaking, the so-called glossophobia? Madam Nancy, on the stage now.
Thank you, DT Maheshayar. My first experience of glossophobia goes way back to when I was in first standard, because I remember being on the stage and asked to speak by my teacher. I remember the mic being kept in front of me, and I remember having no voice. I remember this vividly because everybody laughed. And right after that, I succumbed, my knees bent, and I just flopped down in front of the entire school. So that was my first experience of glossophobia.
What was your expression that time? Do you remember that?
I don't think I remembered anything. No expression. I almost lost my consciousness. I was freaked out.
Ooh, sometimes we become blank, just
Exactly.
the retina becomes entirely dark, then sweating, and then trembling and fumbling. But people, they enjoy. See how he is. The same people should point you that this was a personality so many years before, and now he or she is a successful leader. Let us hear the same thing from DTM Sunil Thomas, who is a down-to-earth personality. Everybody knows. The entire Toastmaster fraternity knows that. DTM Sunil Thomas, your opinion about your first expression of glossophobia. Can you please unmute?
As Nancy was telling, this glossophobia is in every individual. It happens to me, you, everyone at the time of a call. A sudden call makes us phobic. So I when I'm thinking back to my nursery classes, I think the same thing happened to me once. The teacher called me for a small speech or a song or something. And its sudden call makes the whole world black. Getting up in front of a group of people itself was very difficult at that time. So I really feel the same way as Nancy was saying. It was a total blackout for me. And maybe for some time I was not even seeing anything. I got up and I don't know whether I uttered something or not uttered something. And finally teacher told me, okay, fine, you can do next time. So I think that was my first public error. So I believe that everyone would have gone through this. Nobody will become a public speaker suddenly getting up in the morning. So this is something which is phenomenal to everyone. Thank you.
See how the leaders speak out. Hello, is it Toastmaster Santosh Patros? Is he online? Santosh,
Yes.
Today you are going to speak on glossophobia for 2 months. What was your experience as a first feel of glossophobia?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Mahesh here. In fact, as DTM Nancy said, DTM Sunil Thomas said, glossophobia is to everyone. Even I experienced it while I was in 10th standard. My teachers called me and directly they put me into the classroom, and I didn't know that what was happening. And suddenly my favorite teacher, his name is Govinathan Pillai, so he's a maths teacher. He told me, Santosh, you have to speak something. On what, sir? I don't know anything. Whatever. I was trembling, because all the teachers are sitting, I was frightened. What is happening? And he asked me, you have to talk about Guru Shishya, the relationship of Guru Shishya, and how the parents are impacting on your education. I didn't know anything to talk, but I was, butterflies in my stomach, as everyone feels about it. So I was just uttering something, okay, about my parents, about my teachers, my favorite teachers and all. Then I was almost, fainted, like how DT Nancy was telling. Then I don't know how I disappeared from that scene, Then when the result came, and I was shocked. And they announced that I got a third prize winner. It was conducted with the association with the State Bank of Travancore. And I got a hero pen and a certificate too. So that was my first experience in the impromptu speak.
Wow, wow, wow. We will definitely have a paternal pat or a maternal pat saying that, my dear son, my dear friend, you can do it. That gentle touch will make you the father, mother, friends, or anybody, a mentor. Knock, knock, knock. TM Kondality, there was somebody outside your home. Can you hear the knock? Who was your godfather, or when you had the first glossophobic feeling? Yes,
thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Mahesh Iyer. Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Mahesh Iyer. Glossophobia, the fear of speaking. It's everywhere. The first experience, or every time, that glossophobia is, I was also in the childhood. I was in class 9. My favorite, Sarangapani. He was like you as a vocalist, and he trained me a day before, very big way. And he told me, you have to talk if 10 minutes of speech or 5 minutes of speech about freedom fighters. Then he trained, very big training he given to me and practice and he given. But when I reach on the stage, I forget the names of the freedom fighters. I forget the years of the freedom fighting events. It's all forget. Somehow I talk something and everybody claps and I came up. But the same year after, in the class 10, I got another opportunity to talk on the same same speech. But that time, all my fears are went because the well-practiced preparation will be go in front of the face, new faces.
Thank you. Thank you.
So in
Kondal.
this way, I have many experiences.
We are coming. We are going to ask.
Everybody feels that.
Right? Yes. Each and everybody had and has and will be having a godfather for leading you, guiding you. But we are all aware that during this Corona time, during this pandemic, we have lost so many lives, so many lives. And the same question I asked in my podcast recording also, that each and everybody has the talent or skill to see a problem like a problem, or in some other way, same side of the both the kinds. How do you find this pandemic season, the pandemic situation, as a friend or as a foe? Let me ask this. Let us know that from DTM Sunil Thomas.
I always say that this Corona was an opportunity also for many. You can see that many people were selling masks and they brought masks from anywhere and selling it. And there were people who are making it as an opportunity. And I should tell you that this Zoom meetings or our capture into this Zoom meeting was a real help of Corona. Because I remember before there was very rare use of Zoom meetings, because when foreign companies want to talk to a company in a very far place where they cannot reach, they usually use, or they want to check something online, they used to use such technologies. But now we are using it so that we are sitting at home and at the cool of our home, and we are talking to each other using the technology which were not very much available for everyone. That is one good thing. Whereas as a bad thing, there are people who couldn't travel to see their loved ones who are no more, or they couldn't part with the funeral ceremony or such things which we couldn't go. But again, the technology helped us to watch online, because the Zooming, the online Zooming is available. So there are four good as well as bad. And many of the children who were not having a mobile phone or not having a technology, computers, they all have now because they are forced to have it. So there is a side of, if you take a coin, there is both sides. So there are good as well as bad. But many people made it as an opportunity. I really believe that the Zoom company was the share gone up by Zoom. And any company was having another company which was not at all doing anything, but the name only was Zoom, also got a lot of takers. So there were a lot of good things as well as bad things, and many people lost their life because of the problem in treatment, unavailability of oxygen, So this all shown where we are short. What are the shortcomings people are having and how limited we are. I always think that people have a lot of money at home or they have a lot of wealth, but if they don't get the particular oxygen in time or treatment in time, where they are now and what happened to their money. So Corona made us think that how smaller than the virus we are. Back to the panelists.
What a microscopic organism taught us. We are smaller than a microscopic organism. We are got tend. We have got the skill of making ourselves panic and others also panic. Oh my goodness, there is no water today. What to do? What to do? There is no rice today. What to do? What to do? Hello, there is knocking outside. Is it Corona? DTM Nancy will give the answer for this. How and why we get panicked so fast, and how you can relate this with glossophobia. DTM Nancy.
You know, I think the greatest fear that a person faces is how is he or she going to be perceived by somebody else? Are you going to be accepted? What are they going to think? You know, throughout our life, we've been, I think we've been shaped that way culturally to consider another person's thought. So glossophobia, like when you look into it in detail, yes, there are a lot of reasons why glossophobia happens, like psychological, environmental and all that. But I would say it's just one reason. It's the fear of being accepted, fear of being rejected. Am I going to make a fool out of myself? You know, just like how we were always worried about Corona when it started. I know we are still worried now, but even earlier, we used to be like, if I step out, am I going to get it? I have to go and work, but what's going to happen if I interact with these children at work? Am I going to fall sick? What is it? But like how DTM Sunil had said, we are constantly evolving. We are constantly evolving. Come what may, humans have this innate ability to convert something, a pandemic like the Corona, into an opportunity. And I'm sure all of us agree that our relationships have strengthened with the pandemic. Relationships with people, relationships with our families. We started calling up people we never had time to before, right? Just like how they say that, you know, light shows in its full power and is more beautiful only when there is darkness. Unfortunately, we needed something like Corona to remind us of the value of relationships. Unfortunately, we needed Corona to teach us that we can still overcome anything that comes in our path. DTM Mahesh.
Thank you very much for giving a very smilish answer for a smilish question. Ladies and gentlemen, we came to know a new word for many, but a unique word for few. And it is an apt word for many. Glossophobia. We came to know what is glossophobia. We came to know that the reasons of glossophobia. But let us understand that how can we understand the person is having glossophobia or not? I would really call the doctor for it. Dr. Santosh Patros, oh, sorry, a would-be Dr. Santosh Patros, he is going to tell us that how can we identify the symptoms of glossophobia in a person? TM Santosh Patros. Unmute, please.
Thank you, DTM Mahesh. In fact, as we all understand from DTM Nancy, DTM Sunil Kumar, and all, glossophobia is everywhere. In fact, in our daily life, in our social life, it's a fear of opening up, actually, into your intimate kith and kins or your workplace. Or whenever you want to speak it up, you need to open it up and speak it up, whether it is to your friend or whether it is to your boss or with your immediate relationship, you need to open up. So then only the things will go in right way, and luckily, the corona helped me actually to be with my family more time. Of course, I got more time to spend time with my family because I didn't know that my children are growing up and they are into new heights actually. So I got witnessed because I got more time, and 21 years of my life in Kuwait had a big setback. Now I'm taking a balance sheet of a debit and credit on that, and it is a good time for me personally. You can say, though I had a lot of financial setbacks, but family-wise, I'm very happy because I got more time to spend time with my children. So personally speaking, that's my experience. Of course, there are a lot of loved ones. There are a lot of friends. They lost their lives, and may God bless their souls. And we could empathize with them, and we could sympathize with them. And that is a bitter part in life. And many of the people lost their loved ones, and they got stranded, you can say, in life. And they have to find new ways to overcome these hardships. And Corona taught us a lot regarding our environment itself and how small you are. Like, though whatever you earned, your degrees, your higher degrees, your money, your wealth, everything is no matter actually in front of Corona. So that is the best lesson it's taught by the nature itself, you can say. But 100 years after this pandemic came, after the Spanish flu, but the science has grown up, scientists and the health workers, and kudos to them. They are doing a great job to overcome this pandemic, inventing medicines day by day. They're coming up with their inventions. And this is what it needs, the current time it needs. And hopefully that we can say goodbye to Corona within this couple of years. So, and be back to normal our work life. Over to DTM Moisheyesh.
Let us hope for the best that we are going to get rid of this invincible and invisible microscopic corona and go back to a normal life. It will be far better life in every mix. I have asked this next question to many of the leaders like Dr. Shiv Khera, Dr. Arindam Chaudhary, and all the public speakers. And the same question I asked to many leaders of Toastmasters too. To remove the fear of public speaking, there is a 4-word analysis. It is called as SWOT. And let us expect a perspective, progressive explanation from Dr. Reddy. Oh, Dr. Reddy, you know who is? He also is a very famous Ayurvedic doctor, and he is a public speaker, Dr. Reddy. But here we have got a very simple Reddy, Conda Reddy. Can you throw some light on SWOT, SWOT analysis, for removing the fear of glossophobia?
Glossophobia is a social anxiety, social phobia. The social anxiety will make you fear in front of the social. But in Corona, again, it's increased that phobia. You should keep away from them. The social distance, but it's being social distance, but other there is aspects are there. You have to clean the environment and clean yourself. That's we learn a lot. Being hygienic, 50% of the people is general diseases like flus and sneezing, bees, and all these are avoided in the last 2 years. And many hospitals are empty with those type of diseases. Earlier, we used to go with the children in the hospital. There is a big queue with the small flus, but even the children, small ages, 4 years child, yesterday she came to my home as a guest. She's I told, you have to clean it. Immediately she went and puts wash and clean the hands and sanitization, all these things. This is a learn as awareness in the fight because of this corona. And it teaches a lot. Along with this, environment is changed completely. Okay, it's due to lockdown. There is a financial drawbacks that came up, but the environment is changed like green and clean. And even my friend one is working as an environment analyst. He told me before we used to get 6 or 7 points of carbon dioxide in monoxide in the air, and now it comes almost 0. So it teaches everything, and it will be as a SWOT analysis. This is all the strength, weak, and opportunity and threats. All are there in that. We all come through that. And even we are a human being, we have that hope we will come back this phobia to away from that. Very soon, we all also meet socially. I hope this. Over to moderator.
Thanks a lot to throw some light on SWOT. Are we all aware of your strength, your weakness, and opportunities all around you? Just next door is opportunity, but you are not able to understand that. And we have the habit, very bad habit of saying no to everything. Can you climb the mountain? No. Can you give a speech? No. Can you give a table topic? No, 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 no. Can you be a guest? I will. Definitely. Because if I go as a guest, I can share so many things with them. But as a guest, what GTM Nancy is going to share with us is that how can we overcome the so-called glossophobia in a different way? It is not that difficult. Glossophobia, the word may be difficult and it may be sounding very something great. It is nothing but that is what DTM Nancy is going to say, that don't worry. With all these small tips, you can overcome glossophobia. She is a social worker too. Back to DTM Nancy for a smiling answer.
Thank you, DTM Mahesh Iyer. We can over anything that we want if we set it in our head. Okay. I'm a behavior analyst by profession, so I can guarantee you that anything that you do, there is a function behind it. So anything that you fear, there is a reason behind it. The first and foremost method to overcome glossophobia is to understand, why are you scared? Why are you scared? Are you scared how people are going to perceive you? Are you scared whether you're going to make a mistake? Are you scared that you can't speak better? You can't speak as good as the others? So first and foremost, you understand what is the reason. The moment you understand that, 50% of work is done. So once you get the reason, think, do not listen to anybody else, because everybody's method is not going to work for you. For example, if you are scared that you're going to forget, what can you do to overcome that? You can practice. You can have notes kept on the side. You can tell yourself consciously, before the conscious positive thinking, visualizing you finishing the speech or the talk successfully. So that, and you can meditate before you start speaking. In whatever ways, you don't have to go do yoga, nothing. You can do breathing exercises if you want, or you can do concentration exercises to focus. So it's very simple. And then go ahead and do it. It's just the first step that's difficult. But when you put that there, the rest will happen. It will go. Life is a cycle. It will keep going forward. So 2 ways. 1, understand what is it that you're scared of. Why is it that you're scared to speak? 2, once you know the reason, find out what works best for you. Not what works for everybody, what works best for you. It's definitely easy. Anything can be overcome. Anything can be achieved. If nobody else, if you believe you can, you can. Thank you, DJ Mahesh.
That is, you are responsible for what you are. Who are you, if I ask, or if we ask you? What would DTM Sunil Thomas say us? And what is your advice to those people who want to develop more skills in public speaking? Who are you? Question mark.
As DTM Nancy very, very correctly said, the phobia is till you overcome it. The phobia ends the day you overcome it. So if a person go to the stage and talk a table topic, that day he get rid of that phobia in his mind. So only thing I always say is bring people, make to talk. Bring them and talk, because you have a lot of strengths, you have memory power, you have a lot of ideas, you have a lot of knowledge. The only problem is how to go to the stage and talk. So there our Toastmasters platform is coming into picture. We are helping people to get rid of this one particular phobia, which is taking us away from all the benefits of this world. If a person can talk, he will definitely develop more ideas, more leadership skills. In our meetings, I usually tell them, bring people, make them speakers. If you can make a person a speaker, that means you are developing a leader. Or that one person, one leader will bring in more leaders. I always think, what is this phobia? Because it takes a time. And I always say, the people who knows about computer, talk to them about computers. Those who know about education, talk to them about education. Those who know about sports, talk to them about sports. If you talk to them about something else, people don't have anything to talk. I usually see in my office, some of the guys come in the morning and they talk about football because Euro Cup is going on, other cup is going on. They talk about how Messi was there, how the other guy did not do. I just join with them because it is late night shows. I really did not see, but I just join with them. I join the fun. I also say, because I know these guys, Messi I know, Ronaldo I know. So if you have an interest, if you go and join the group and if you try to talk to them, I know people who don't know how to say I love you to the girl whom he loved for maybe 5 years. After 5 years, that girl will get married to someone else, and then this guy go and say, I really loved you. Why you did not tell me so far, my dear? I was also loving you. So both the parties loved each other, never told each other, and finally they became two different people. So this is something we can avoid when we bring in people to Toastmasters. At least they will learn how to talk to others, how to talk to their boss, how to talk to their parents. Now children don't know how to tackle their parents. And parents don't know how to tackle their children. And teachers don't know how to tackle their students. So there's a big problem happening in this world because of this phobia. So we have to get rid of this. Only matter, bring them and make them speakers. So
thank you very much.
Yeah,
definitely well said. In our life, all the human beings might have felt, I am dejected, I am demotivated, I have been pulled down by many. So sad. I have lost many of the good lives because of this demotivating attitude of many of the team members. I have lost so many friends because of not motivating others. He or she felt dejected. And in her mind, in his mind, he says one thing. You know what it is? You too, Brutus. You, the best friend of mine, you couldn't understand my feelings. You couldn't understand what I'm going through. I was going through glossophobia, but I expected you to motivate me. Now, Toastmaster Santosh Patros is going to share something with us where he said, "You too, Brutus?"
Thank you, DT Maheshayar. In fact, glossophobia, yes, it causes a lot of issues in our day-to-day life and in the society. When we don't open up and we don't talk to each other and we don't express our feelings each other, it can cause the minds apart. There are kilometers and kilometers maybe you're sitting in, but you don't know what's going on with your mind. It may be matter to just pick your phone and just say hello to your friend or your dear brother or your cousin or your relative or your enemy, you can even say. So he will melt. In a second, he will melt and he will do whatever you want. So that's the power of your expression, your public speaking. So it is very important for a person to overcome this glossophobia, whether it is in the family or it is in the society or it is in the state or in the national or in the international levels. For example, Sir Benjamin Franklin, he was the founder, he was the father of United States of America. He was a philanthropist, he was he was a writer, he was a printer, and he was the advisor for US. But the biggest problem with him was stammering, stuttering. Whenever you go to a public stage, he couldn't speak even a word sometimes. So he used to stutter. But he overcome. He overcome with the grace of public speaking skills, practicing it. So the best platform for practicing public speaking is Toastmasters International Platform.
Ooh.
So it is our duty to encourage our fellow beings, whether it is within the family or within the friend circle or within the society circle. We need to encourage them to bring to this platform and to overcome this glossophobia and to be better leaders for the society so that they can be the brand ambassadors for the public speaking. Over to DTM Maheshayar.
What a great perspective approach. Toastmaster is the medicine for all the diseases. Nowadays, we always say that join Toastmaster. Let it be in your blood. Kondal Reddyji, can you just put it in a one word that how this Toastmaster helped you out to be a successful non-glossophobic leader? One sentence.
Yes, thank you. Instead of thinking, I can't make mistakes, accept it. All are men make mistakes. So this is the way we can all come and we can learn every day with our mistakes.
Wow. Great views. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes another sharing of the slides. Today we came to know many things from these eminent, down-to-earth, smiling, encouraging. You can use all the adjectives for these personalities in a different way. But something is remaining there is this. Glossophobia, the tips of overcoming it. Recognize your fear. Practice and prepare in advance. In that also, in front of a mirror, you should have a mirror language and you should have a mirror with you always. Record your speech and observe. Seek professional help. Dress well and wear a smile. Always, it increases your face value, dear. Exercise and practice breathing. Know your audience. Watch your tone and speed. Turn off the lights and practice. Prepare possible questions and practice in front of another person who can be your mirror. Ladies and gentlemen, how many of you know about this blue tea? Can you raise your hand? Blue tea. We know black tea, we know yellow tea, we know about rose tea also. Blue tea is a tea made up of butterfly pea plants. Have it. It is stress reliever and you will have less glossophobic symptoms. Dear folks, this is for today. It is up to you to succeed in your life by taking all these advices, suggestions in your life. Yes, If you believe in yourself, definitely you can find a leader in you. Find out the human or a leader in you. Thank you very much for lending your ears for a very informative and an educative session of Bhavan's Toastmasters panel discussion. If time allows, we can encourage 2 or 3 questions from this topic. This is not the part of the project. The project ends here.
Yeah, we'll continue with evaluation.
Time is over. So now we can interact with any of the questions you have, because in panel discussion, we don't encourage questions. Questions, please. After listening to this kind of things, don't you have any questions?
Mahesh sir, I will urge we'll continue with the evaluation because next session, and after that we'll keep it for that. Please.
Yeah, please.
Thank you. Thank you.
You can put it in the chat also if you want. Right, sir.
Thank you. Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. Wow. Glossophobia. What is fear? Symptoms of glossophobia. How to overcome? How one can develop the summarized experience of varied personalities. Causes. How to improve their public speaking skills. Wow. It's a great learning experience. As like me, Toastmasters, we are attending very first time. Literally say it weren't done, not only by the panelists, also by us in mind. Thank you for all those questions thrown to us, Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Magesh. Congratulations. Successfully, you have completed your project 2 in level 5. Timer, whether all the speakers were qualified?
1 minute break for the feedback.
Yeah. Thank you
I
for
believe
that.
then we'll go for the.
Okay. 1 minute silence to members to give their feedback. Both speakers were. Time-wise, we welcome Toastmaster Anujan to our meeting. We request all the guests to remain stayed with us till the meeting end. We all would like to hear from your thoughts about today's meeting. Please stay with us.
Toastmaster, I know we are waiting for you. Sorry, I didn't get you. You just welcomed me, no? That.
Welcome Toastmaster Anujan for our meeting today. We would
Thank you so
like
much.
to hear your thoughts. So please stay with us till the meeting end. Thank you.
1 minute is over. Tia Mori.
Thank you, Timer. Timer, whether all the speakers are qualified?
All the 3 speakers are disqualified because all the 3 speakers crossed the time limit. As a timer, I stick with the timing. So all of them are crossed the allotted time.
That's great. They are very much precise with their sharing. Fine. So no voting, moderator? Fine. So no voting, no coding launching.
Is not disqualified, we can go for best speaker.
President, you were chopped in between. We weren't able to hear you properly. Could you repeat, please?
Yeah, all are disqualified. Just we'll select it if one of the best speaker, if it's no issue.
All are disqualified. There is no best speaker.
Yeah,
okay.
we cannot.
Yeah. We are giving our projects. It's like level 5, level. It's all big projects.
Yes. Okay. We carry forward.
No voting.
Over to you, Tia Modi. Thank you.
Without voting, we move ahead. Improvement is better than delayed. to improve ourselves. We have handsome hands here. Let's move on to the next segment, evaluation segment. I have handsome hands here. So let's see, let's hear from them. To evaluate Toastmaster Kondal Reddy, may I call upon Toastmaster Manoj Nair on screen. Toastmaster Manoj Nair, over to you.
Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and Toastmaster Kondal Reddy in particular. Congratulations, Toastmaster Kondal Reddy. You complied with all the objectives of the speech. What I liked, the areas you excelled. The most important one is the topic you have chosen. Very interesting. The speech effectiveness, it is very appropriate. Particularly, I enjoyed it because it's my subject, because I am from the food and nutrition pharma area. You had a wonderful speech structure and speech development, that attention-catching opening when you started. How many of you want to be a super ager? From that moment, I was totally glued into the speech. And you had a nice transition from there, mentioning about an incident at the Bay Airport, and then to the body of the speech with all the pearls of wisdom, the 4 important aspects to be a super ager. You narrated well: food, nutrition, exercise, lifestyle, state of mind, and sleep, just for the interest of everybody, and the blue zones and their lifestyle as well. And transitioned very well to the conclusion and concluded on a positive note. Overall lifespan is increasing, and then it's possible for us at least to live more than what we expect. Your speech was absolutely positive. There was no mention about anything negative. That's one thing I liked in the content. Very good speech value, because it really made a contribution to our thinking that we all can really look at it. When it comes to delivery, you were very composed, confident, and had a good voice. Manner was sincere, and you spoke from the heart with a lot of conviction and a pleasant smile. I also liked that you did a lot of research on this topic, and you had very specific facts and figures. Now, the most important thing is, with your permission, some areas for improvement. You're an experienced speaker, so I'll pick a few. First, about the content. Super ager could have introduced initially. You introduced it almost, to the second half. It's not only about living long, it is also about, having cognitive functions, or the physical functions equal to that of people decades younger to us. So that is one factor I could have brought in. Conclusion, you had to hurry. You saw the red this thing, and you hurried a bit. Conclusion could have summarized the key points once again, would have given a speech a better impact. The third one, you had an opportunity to make it more inspiring, because a call for action. So that was missing because of that narration. Like, you could have brought in that stress factor, something like in the content, it's not hard work that kills, it's the stress that kills people. So those kind of things you could have improved. Delivery part, pauses, you had a few inappropriate pauses. For example, when you mentioned about lifestyle, 3 dimensions, from there you had a little bit of, trying to recollect what next. Second, more like a narration. You had a lot of opportunities for voice modulation and gestures, particularly when you mentioned about the 4 points. It would have been more impactful. Even about the blue zones, when you mentioned, they're taking only 1800 to 1900 calories, whereas others are taking 3000, and BMI 18 to 22. All those things you could have brought in with a little bit more impactful. And pointing fingers, you were pointing fingers a bit. This can be avoided, and you can open up. Eye contact, it's all about looking at the camera. When you look at the participants, we may think that you're reading from the text. You may not be, but that can be avoided. Overall, a wonderful speech, Toastmaster Reddy. Really appreciate for picking up this very interesting topic. A great eye-opener for all of us. We all are going to take those inspiring tips and try our best to be a super ager, or at least live more than what we expect to live. All the best to you for the future speeches. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmasters Manoj Nair, for such a precise evaluation. To evaluate Toastmaster Beta Johnson, may I call upon Toastmaster Nomen Abid on screen, please. Over to Toastmaster Nomen Abid.
small luggage, more comfort. What a brilliant speech by Toastmaster Beta. And considering the fact that it was an icebreaker, I must say, or let me say that it was an epitome of an icebreaker, because she didn't went on traditionally explaining herself that I born here and then this happened and then that happened. I went to college and university. Rather, she made it more meaningful and attached a lesson to it so that it creates some value to all the audience who are listening to her. So excellent job there. Now, every speech has two parts. Number one is content and the other part is delivery. So first we will see that how she went on to the delivery part. Now, Toastmaster Beta has an amazing expression, facial expression. Whatever she was saying with her eyes and with her facial expression, it seemed that it was backing the idea which she wanted to communicate. Every body part, her hand gesture was synchronized with the content. The amazing body language, voice tonality. I really liked when you said that I got bad grades in maths and my mother was really angry and I was terrified. So the way you communicated with your body language, that was absolutely on spot. One little recommendation which I would like to share is that if you would have stood up on your feet, that would have created a lot of impact. Now, why I say so, because when you are standing on your feet, you have more energy. And when you have more energy as a speaker, it transfers to the audience. So next time, try standing up on your feet and delivering. It will create more impact. Now, the other part is the content. Now, in content, Toastmaster Beta again did a wonderful job. Now, every speech always have a one central idea. And in her speech, the central idea was the more luggage, the less comfort, and likewise. So it was an amazing central idea, and every story and every analogy and every personal example which she was sharing was revolving around that one central idea. Now, that is one way to create a very impactful message which audience remembered for a long period of time. Now, another good thing about the content was that she started with a story. Now, one of the best and easy and safe way to start a speech is to tell a story. She tell a story. The moment she started a story, it instantly grabbed my attention. And then she went on to acknowledge everybody. And then she asked another question that how many of you know me? That is another amazing question to ask now to grasp the attention of people. So start was amazing. Stories were there. Personal example was there. Now, personal example, why is it important? Because it creates a connection with the audience. Now, one recommendation I would say in the content part was the ending. Now, what is the perfect ending? A perfect ending is an ending where you come back to your central idea and do not give any extra information. Now, in your speech, if you could have ended a little earlier when you say that do not hold all these sorrows and leave them in order to live a comfortable and beautiful life, that could have been a wonderful ending. But you went on to little give an extra information about COVID-19 and not become a boss, rather become a leader. Now, these are other amazing concepts, but if you would have stick to your main central idea, that would have been a chilling ending. Now, overall, it was a fantastic speech with better delivery, standing up on your feet, and better ending. You can rock any stage. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Norman Abid, for the thunderstorm evaluation. Thank you. Next, to evaluate distinguished Toastmaster Magesh Iyer, may I call upon Toastmaster Hina Ali on screen, please. Over to you, Toastmaster Hina Ali.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Shaguna. Today, Toastmaster DTM Magesh Iyer was moderating a panel of experienced people regarding glossophobia. DTM Mahesh, from the time you started speaking, you had me engaged, as I'm sure you had every person in this audience, because you started off with a very realistic scenario that a lot of us face. You know, am I audible? Hello, can you see me?
Yes,
I
yes,
just love how you actually did this beautifully, like an actual enactment, that it totally caught my attention, as I'm sure it did of the audience. And the other thing that was amazing, just this topic, it is so apt to our Toastmasters forum, as well as I believe if you just took this same panel discussion anywhere, it would just resonate with the audience, because I'm sure in an audience, if there's 100% people probably 95 to 99% have this phobia of opening up, as one of your panelists described it more simply than just a fear of public speaking. Other than that, I just loved how you set the stage before you addressed each and every one of your panelists. So first of all, each of their personal first experience of glossophobia, I'm sure all of us related to that. Each one of us has had that experience either in school or at home, or if somebody suddenly called upon us to start speaking. So really well done. Every time you spoke, you shared a little bit more of your topic, which showed me and the audience that you had researched it well. Each of your panelists then went on to address your questions, which were very, very well organized. So I loved how you set the stage as to what glossophobia is, what are its symptoms, to do a SWOT analysis, overcome it, the benefits, and finally, and most importantly, the fact that you promoted Toastmasters in that. That's amazing. It's a great forum to come, a comfortable place where we can deal with our this phobia of public speaking. So really well done on that. So in terms of content and ensuring your panelists were prepared, I believe you were spot on. If there's one thing that I could say is possibly if you could have reduced the questions so that there was more time towards the end to actually include the questions within that 40 minutes of time that you had 20 to 40 minutes. I believe if you could have maybe allocated 30 minutes to the actual panel and then 10 minutes in the end of that time to include the audience, it would have made this whole panel discussion more interactive and excellent. But I believe you are very emphatic and expressive speaker, beautiful gestures, beautiful voice modulation. Just in terms of if you do this again, just bring in your audience as well. Best of luck to you, future projects, amazing panel discussion. Over to you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hina Ali. It's a delightful evaluation. It's a time to listen from our Hack Master of the day, Toastmaster Susan Abraham. Please present your report.
First evaluation. Okay. No, proceed, TM Modi. I'm sorry.
Good evening, all of you. We had a great session of speakers and a great panel discussion. It was great hearing about glossophobia, and it's now my role as a Hack Master. So let me check how many of you heard the panel discussion and the speakers. And I'll just ask a very few questions. Whoever wants to answer, just raise your hand. I mean the virtual hand, and please speak up. You too, Brutus.
Mahesh sir, DTM Mahesh.
Julius Caesar.
When did DTM Nancy first experience glossophobia?
Class 1.
First class.
Class 1.
That's okay.
You spoke from your heart. You spoke from your heart.
Manoj. Manoj.
Who will exercise more will live quarter day more than others. Who will exercise?
Toastmaster Kundal Reddy.
We have become smaller than the virus.
Toastmaster Mahesh. No,
Mahesh.
distinguished Toastmaster Mahesh.
DTM Sunil.
Yes, right, DTM Sunil.
Sorry, no more Toastmaster Mahesh.
Who were the mathematics wizard in Beeta's family?
Mother and sister.
Mother and sister, yeah.
Yes. So we have great listeners among great speakers. My journey of Toastmasters full of gratitude.
TM
My
Beta.
Beta, yeah. I think Toastmaster Beta.
No, you, Sugun, Toastmaster of the day.
TM Modi.
Yeah, Sugana.
Sugana
Sugana is thinking. What was the prize that TM Santosh won from
Hero
his
pen.
Hero pen.
Hero pen.
Hero pen
Hero
from
pen.
SBT.
Hero pen.
Hope all of you enjoyed this session, and let us have another session in our next meeting. Nice meeting all of you. Wishing you a great evening.
Thank you.
We go for voting or evaluation, general evaluation report.
Voting will be floated on the poll, right? Oh, sorry, timer report.
General evaluation.
No, she's the only one. She's the whole MC today.
Before that, thank you to Toastmaster Susan for the precise, the way you conducted. It was awesome. Thank you for that. Timer, all the evaluators are qualified?
Evaluation voting will be after the general evaluation by the TM Modi.
Okay, thank you for that. Once again, a warm good evening to everyone. As a general evaluator, what I've observed from the beginning of the meeting, I would like to share. As usual, this meeting started on time. The guests were greeted and introduced magnificently. All the role players, speakers, evaluators, panelists presented well. And simply, we would say this meeting is a blend of everything. Balanced diet, my journey to Toastmaster, that's all those gratitudes, glossophobia, symptoms, how to overcome causes. Wow, what a great platform we have gotten today with all the great panelists. Literally we say it's a great learning experience. It weren't done not only by the panelists, also by us in our mind. All the questions you have thrown, the questions thrown by the DTM Magesh, we also have answered. Thank you for this panel discussion. First time I'm attending this. We thoroughly enjoyed. There were so many take-home messages. Recognize your fear, practice well, know your audience, blue tea. Wow, awesome. The only thing I would say is next time speakers be within your time limit. That's all I can, we need to work on that. The speakers would need to work on that. Only the time limit within that, if they limit their speech, that would be great. Overall, the meeting was good, went on well. We all witnessed and brought global knowledge together. And simple, it's a celebration of learning for every one of us. Be a better leaders for the society. We are here to lift each other. That's all. This is my general evaluation report. Overall, the meeting was good. Thank you. Over to President.
Thank you. Thank you, TM Modi, Sugana Ganeshan, to conduct a smooth and wonderful way of conducting of the meeting.
President?
Before that, yeah, I'll proceed. Before that, we will go for the best evaluator selection. So I request the timer, please give the timing report. All the evaluators are qualified.
GM Manoj Nair slightly crossed out the allotted time. Except GM Manoj, all the evaluators are qualified for the voting.
Request to moderator, can you make the launch of the poll for the for Toastmaster Manoj Nair. Yeah, the poll is for all are included, but selection will be those three: Toastmaster Anna Hali and Noman Habib and Susan Abraham for their evaluations. 100% are voted.
Everyone has been voted. Toastmaster Gondal Reddy. We can
Thank you. Thank you, moderator. Moving forward to today's meeting. Wow, I can salute all the speakers and evaluators and guests. And a big round of applause. If physical meeting, we can stand up and give the claps. But in virtual, we can give big round of applause for conducting such smooth meeting in Bhavan's Toastmasters Club. And I also congratulate the ExCom who work behind this meeting to inviting those guests from all over, from the global, like India and Pakistan, and those joining, taking their time. And this evening, it's my time from my side. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. With this, we will close with our business session about our appreciation of the guests and feedback from the guests. So let me invite from the guest, TM Anu John is there.
She left. She left.
Yeah, okay. So again, we will go chronicle order with TM Manoj Nair. How are you?
Thank you, Mr. President. I really enjoyed the meeting, and thank you for this opportunity. Really appreciate Toastmaster Latif for the invitation. And it was a good learning from all the speakers, evaluators, and of course the panel discussion. Thank you so much. It was a wonderful meeting, Toastmaster Hina, Ali, and Toastmaster Latif, and of course Toastmaster Norman. In this, it's very rare opportunity, I would say. Thank you so much for this. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manoj Nair, to having here, and we had learned from you also how, as a best evaluator, to as a speech. So we'll move to, I think, the TM Nancy is not in the meeting. I think we'll go to Noman Abed, Toastmaster Noman Abed. Can you share your experience?
Toastmaster Noman also left, yeah.
Okay. Now we'll move to another guest, Toastmaster.
Toastmaster Balamurugan.
Yeah, I'll come back. Toastmaster Hina Ali.
Okay.
Toastmaster Hina Ali, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Toastmaster Kundal. And
how you feel our meeting as Bhavan's Toastmasters Club?
I'm flabbergasted. You have absolutely fantastic speakers, and the fact that there were so many DTMs here today is a reflection of that, mashallah, and just amazing speeches. There, at any Toastmasters meeting, I feel there's always a takeaway, and for sure from every speech, and especially from this panel discussion, because the feedback that was given by each of the panelists, although it was about overcoming the fear of public speaking, it's actually about overcoming any fear, really. And I really appreciate that. Amazing club, amazing members. MashaAllah, your TMOD stroke GE, very on point, beautifully introduced people, and just my very best to your club always. And I'd love to come back. Thank you again, Toastmaster Latif, with the education for inviting me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hena. And also I'll request our Toastmaster Susan Abraham. We have recently formed a group as guest groups of Bhavans. So please take those contact details of our guests. If any of our events is going to happening, we will just share with the information. If whenever they will get time permits, and they will join our meeting, and they can also learn from and we can learn from them. It's back to back. agreement. So now move on to our next guest today is Balamurgan. Toastmaster Balamurgan, how are you?
Good evening, all. I'm fine.
How you feels our
Already
meetings
very
today?
nice. It's very nice opportunity to just be with you, and I would like to once again thank DTM Magesh for this invitation. Really, I enjoyed from the beginning. The way you welcome the guest, and then the way even all the three speakers very nicely deliver the speeches, and very useful topics, and all the whatever the elements Toastmaster is recommending, all the majority of them were applied in their speeches. Really enjoyed, and all the session. First, you deliver speech, that also very nice, and very what is the health is wealth. The you insisted on the speech, and PM Bita Johnson, and she was full of emotions. Still, she delivered a wonderful speech. Really wonderful speech. I learned a lot from you. And then DTM Magesh Iyer. So superb. And I don't know, just how he got a lot of hard work, behind his this superb
It deserved for
workshop.
DTM today.
Yeah, yes. Really, I thoroughly enjoyed all the evaluators. Also, great. All the evaluators, it's not simply saying you missed this. No, each and everything explained in detail. I learned a lot. Really, I enjoyed it. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Back to you, the president.
Thank you, Toastmaster Balamurgan, for giving your views and feedbacks. We all learning every day. That our founder Paul smartly says, learning one that continues resonate you and future. So with this, we will go to our best evaluator polling. I think it's finished, yes. So with this, I will agenda for the meeting officially, but we will go some feedbacks with our members and senior Toastmasters. I'll request to our past president, Santosh Patros, can you give few views about our today's meeting?
Santosh is not there.
Yeah, I had to. So he's left. So moderator, can you give the appreciation certificates for the today's guest? Sure. Everybody.
Toastmaster Kondal Reddy, I just want to say something. Actually, this is the time for us to give a standing ovation.
Yes.
The distinguished Toastmaster Mahesh Iyer again dropped for completing and this distinguished Toastmaster position. God bless you, sir. We are really honored for having such a nice personality among us, and we are really blessed. And every time you are coming, you have something to offer everyone. It's not related to you only. You put all of us, we were glued to that. And that is the mesmerizing part of your speech and your personality. Thank you so much for empowering all of us. God bless you. Back to you, Toastmaster Kondal Reddy.
Credit goes to all the club members.
We'll come back to DTM Mahesh Iyer. We'll come back to you. And before I want to appreciate all the guests. So there is a certificate of appreciation. This goes to distinguished Toastmaster Nancy George, Toastmaster Manoj Nair. Thank you for being with us. Toastmaster Henna Hali, Toastmaster Numan Habed. Thank you. And Toastmaster Hanu John. Thank you. Thank you, moderator and Toastmaster Balamurgan Dhanush. Thank you. Thank you, moderator, for presenting the certificate of appreciation of the guest. Now, let's move for the feedback of our people, our members. So I think we have distinguished Toastmaster Sunil Thomas. Can you share your views about today's meeting?
Toastmaster Kondal Reddy, we have a winner certificate to share.
Also, yeah, okay. So we have the evaluation winner certificates and roll. There is only one certificate today.
Only one
Yes.
certificate. Let me share.
Can you share any guesses, audience and members? Any guesses? Yes. Noman. Congratulations.
Toastmaster Noman Abid.
Congratulations, Nomad. We will share the certificate to him and to
Thank you.
Toastmaster Latif. Thank you, moderator, for this. So I will go back to you of Sunil Thomas.
Even though it was a special meeting, I think it was more than a normal meeting, and
Yes.
hope everyone enjoyed and everyone got something or other from this meeting, because whenever we come together and we talk and we help others to grow, this is our mission. I always think that this is our mission to do this, because we got something from this club, we got this from something from the Toastmasters. It is our job to give back. So as our DTM Mahesh Iyer rightly said, this glossophobia is a pain for everyone. There are thousands, 75% of the world population is suffering from this. So I was just reading through it. So what is the solution? The solutions are make more Toastmasters clubs. So once you talk, once you come into the podiums, once you express yourself, see, because to talk, you need a lot of things together. You need the brain, you need the tongue, you need the the body, you need hands. Everything has to work together. If anything stops, you stop. So becoming a speaker is controlling yourself. To control yourself, you need to have the idea expressed in a lightning fast. You have to become a table topic speaker. So a table topic speaker is none other than a good speaker.
Thank you, DTM Sunil, for your. Yeah, before I want to hear our moderator, TM Jiju Ramankulat. Can you say a few about today's meeting?
Thank you, President Kondal Reddy. And it was a wonderful meeting, actually. Glossophobia. Actually, a very relevant subject. I don't know I can ever get rid of that from glossophobia. And it was very professionally conducted. I have one question to DTM Mahesh here. Did you ever give these questions to the panelists? Did you practice? Yeah.
100%. Then only you can say authentically about something.
Very good.
Yes.
It was very professionally conducted. And thank you all the guests. Thank you.
We're asking about the questions. The questions are given a bunch of questions, but not the question which I asked.
Yeah, understood.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, next we will move our VP Ed. How is feel today's experience, and also you have to give some announcement today. Over to VP Toastmasters, VPE Toastmasters Latif Mansoor Ali.
When I first joined Toastmasters, that was on an invitation of Mahesh sir. That time I was not sure what is the arena of public speaking, what is distinguished Toastmaster. But today when I was VP Education, I received one email that Mahesh Iyer is now distinguished status. I was so proud. I wanted to share this experience that look how this pendulum changes. When I had nothing to learn, but nothing to know about it, I learned so many things. And the person who showed me the door, today I was the one who approved that DTM. So it was a joyful moment. I rushly went to my wife and said, look, can you see this? And do you remember who I was before? So this was my experience. Thank you, Mahesh sir, for everything. Congratulations once again. Now, I encourage each and every member of our club, just say it. I want to deliver a project. Don't go for I have a 40 minutes project. I want to do it for 8 minutes. I want to do it for 12 minutes. Do it for 40 minutes, because in real lifetime experience, you will be coming up. Maybe you will end up as an entrepreneur. Maybe you end up as a personal trainer. Maybe you have to share your own experience to your kids and grandchildren. Why not deliver all your projects and as many times? I think one of the Toastmasters who said, why, if we are the Toastmasters, Pita ma'am said that if you are a Toastmaster, you have to come speech. Otherwise, you are not a Toastmaster. So enjoy this platform. Now, announcement 1, DTM Mahesh sir has already completed his level 5. So I think today Mahesh sir has completed 1 manual CC1 and 2 of the pathway, right? So amazing journey, a lot to learn from you. Beeta ma'am started her journey today. And who else we have? I think, yes, this is the biggest announcement. And members, please do come forward and rush me through that. I need speech slot and I will give. I will give. You encourage your club. We encourage you. That's it. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, VP Education, Toastmaster Latif Mansoor Ali. I accept that we have to go and we will respect for Toastmaster International manuals. We all will go with the objectives of Toastmaster International manuals. We all do that. It's a great experience going through the manuals. And again, we are selecting such pathways. That also will give great experience in personal and professional career. With this note, we will conclude our meeting. So anybody want to say something, please?
Appreciate.
Mahesh was talking.
Yes.
Appreciate Mr. Kondal, you have taken a lot of responsibilities, multitasking, president role as well as speaker. Really, I think you stepped in for someone who dropped out. You know?
So you have really any question for our distinguished Toastmaster Mahesh Iyer?
No, sir. A lot of respect. I mean, sorry, I could not really, appreciate him because it's beyond words. So very nice listening to you, sir. Great opportunity. It was good coincidence.
We'll definitely float our information to whenever our meetings are happening, sir. Please take your time sometime and please join with us.
And also TMOD doing the GE role, So
no, this is because we had a special meeting, regular meeting on the Saturdays. That's why we taken in the short notice, and we had a special meeting. That's why we taken all common goals. So again, DTM Mahesh Iyer, thank you, sir, being with us and taking your time. And I think you are all there in the late night in the India. So once again, heartily congratulations for you to achieving the highest award in Toastmaster International, Distinguished Toastmaster.
Happy congratulations, sir. We are so happy for you.
Thank you very much. Only one thing.
Yeah, I must say.
I want to take few of yours in 2 minutes experience. It's not enough for these minutes, but you can say that in 2 minutes. You can conclude your.
Let TM Latif finish.
No, yes. I have nothing more to say except I have to appreciate Toastmaster of the Day. Really, the whole day she was working on it to present this wonderful presentation what we have witnessed. So if there was any award, if there was any award, appreciation, it's all for you today. You were the star because the start of the meeting is all important, and you made our day. Thank you very much. And I'm very sorry, Mahesh sir. Actually, we all practice for time, and everybody over here has come for that time. I'm very sorry I stopped you for that question and answer session. I'm really very sorry.
No problem. No problem.
Yes. Thank you.
We learned so many things from our surroundings. Even each and every animal teaches us so many things. Each and every animal.
And one fact is that experienced speakers normally overshoot. I don't know. It is a common thing actually. Recently, there is a new
phobia is gone away.
Yeah, that is
one advanced club has
phobia.
And all the speakers are coaches and trainers. They were saying that all of them are having this problem, and they're saying that please mute us if you are
no.
overshooting.
Fine. I just want to highlight one thing is that from each and every animal and each and everything surrounding us, we learn so many things. What we learn from an eagle. We all know that eagle lives for about 70 years. But after 40 years, that the same eagle has to go through a very painful stage. The eagle will beat his beak on a rough surface and break it. It is very painful.
Yes.
It takes out all its feathers one by one and it throws it out, pulling the feather from the body, bleeding. And its claws would have been grown a lot. That will be beating on the rocks to break the beak, break the nails, and take out all these pains. From that pain, this pain will be for about 5 months. And after that, it will have its rebirth. It will be having its first flight. The flight, when it goes, it says that, hey, you can do it, man. If I can do it, you also can do it. Break out all your barriers. Take out all your old thoughts. Break your unuseful beaks, claws, and have a very peaceful flight in your life. If others can do, you too can do. Thank you very much. Special thanks to TTM.
Thank you. I know your records. I know your records in the last year. In 10 days, 10 projects you delivered. I still remember that it's possible with
That's only
Toastmasters
because of
Mahesh
my
Iyer.
BTC family members. Credit goes to them. As a typical leader, I always give the credit to my team. And if anything goes wrong, I'll be there in front to rectify it. No, don't blame them. As a leader, I am responsible for the mistakes. Credit definitely goes to my team. Thank you very much for being with me. And special thanks to DTM Surilji for taking the initiative and guiding me for getting my DTM. It is only because of you, Surilji, I've got this DTM, because he was perceiving me a lot. Do it, do it, do it. Thanks a lot for all the family members. We are all one family. Take a udan, take the first flight after the rebirth. Let us all fly. Forget your worries. Everybody can do it. No glossophobia. Back to yourself.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, distinguished.
We salute you. We know what the pressure and work you are going through. So what you have done, it's an inspiration for us. Thank you for
Really
that.
in the difficult times.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Break your beaks, break your nails, take out your feathers, old feathers. Always have a rebirth, just like an eagle's view.
Let me ask you, Mahesh, one question. You are talking about eagle and all the animals, and they know what to do. Why the human are not knowing it? Because these all eagles follow the steps. All the,
particularly after marriage.
Everywhere, every stage is a learning stage for you. And you are the best motivator for your own growth. That is what all these stories teach us. Don't expect anything in return from anybody. And you are the best inspirator. You are the best motivator. You always pat yourself. Why you are expecting others to pat you? I have done well because you are the best evaluator. All these things make you showing the mirror to you. You are here.
Mahesh, let me add you one thing. Only human child is not adapted for its own safety or its own, it cannot grow without help. And same way, the old parents need our help to, in the older age. So only in human, all other animals, they do themselves. They don't want any child to take care of, because once it is old, they just remove them. Whereas the human, when we are small, we need our parents' help. And when we are old, we need our children's help. So,
but ultimately, I will add one thing. What is your desire on your deathbed? How do you plan your death? Have you ever visualized that? A world without you, a family without you. What a vacuum. And how you're planning to have your last breath.
No, Mahesh, as you said, as the eagle is doing, once you are old and once you are ready to, finish your duties, teach the next generation how to carry on. That's why what we are doing in the Toastmasters Club.
Toastmasters.
Yes.
Back to Toastmasters.
We were in XCOM. We are not in XCOM now. Why? Because now we want the new generation, new blood to take over. Same thing. So we are almost kind of dead, but there are new generation to take over.
Exactly.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. We are all witness for the glossophobia, and we know how to take hours and days. Our meeting will be not closed. So with these notes, please be safe and be healthy. Have good night. Shabbat khair.
Take care.
Salam alaikum.
Good night,
Eat
everybody.
greetings for everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Take care. Take care.
Balamuruganji, thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Those who
Thank
are
you.
away
Thank you,
from the-
Toastmaster Henali,
those who are away from
being
Kuwait,
with
thank you
us.
for so much.
Let it
So
give
you
more
are
power to
actually
you.
are waiting
And
for your
more DTMs.
lunch, dinner or whatever. Thank you for giving up your time.
We can have a virtual dinner.
Yes.
Breakfast
Because,
maybe for you.
we are still 8 o'clock, but you are already 11 or whatever.
That is what Toastmaster teaches.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you very much.
Shabbat khair.
Thank you.